Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise. In the Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise.
to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he returns this to the 22. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
2nd and 15. Throwing, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll try and do this himself. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Colts, first down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Colts.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw, Mariota. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Got it open. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Play is under review.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And he stopped immediately there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think this was going to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. throwing the interception here. Mariota. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mariota, option left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be an 11-yard pickup. He does it himself, and it brings up second down.
Brings up second down at the 10-yard line.
Throwing is Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. Mariota to sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Colts are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
Allen from the gun on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This is second and 8. Play fake. Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Off the play fake, Mariota.
37 yards.
Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. T.J. Sanders. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Sanders' kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Bills, first down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. And a nifty footwork. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on the players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 10-0 score after 1 on EA Sports. It's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Here's Mariota. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. T.J. Sanders. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Play action. Allen. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Allen running right on the option. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. First down, they'll run it on the draw play. A good burst there, gets him 7 to midfield.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A gain of 2 brings up 7.
Now Mariota. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
The Colts on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Bills. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's caught by Coleman. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 3rd and 5.
2-0, Keon Coleman. That's a gain of 4. Brings up
from the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have the Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Allen going to throw. This is Coleman with the ground. And they'll get this down to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him the first down.
That's another Bills. First down. First down and goal to go.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last drive.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing now is Allen. The quick slant cut. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Palmer from 6 yards away. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Bills 7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It's 2nd and
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Allen brings up 2nd and 10.
And quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Allen now on the option right, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
To the air, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Quick slant to Shakir. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 2nd and 2. Inside give to Davis. And a short gain here, down to 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right? Where you get the 2-for-1 situation. You're trying to get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The snow is continuing to trickle down here as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation.
In the game.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of second half starts with a run by Davis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Now Allen. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2 yards
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
First down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts 17-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time, they make a determination that that one did come in the back.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's another Bills. First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got it.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Ray Davis, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
I always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 21-10 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you to bigger errors.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Mariota. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Mariota. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Play fake, Mariota.
At the 47-yard line.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one good for 37 yards.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 3rd and goal, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal and try. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit more, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll put him over 100 receiving yards now in this AFC title game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 48-yard line.
Allen going to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
A touch of time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Allen to throw it. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 26. A good pickup there at 22.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And 4.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does...
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Cade York to kick off.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll drop this down to Taylor. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
He'll take it at the 42. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're cheering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Brings up third down and 7.
Until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Allen. Down here in the backfield. Finally brought down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. He'll try and do this himself. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. First and 10 at the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now. And that's a heck of a run.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To the air, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And 9 yards to go.
To throw, it's Allen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Bills' 47-yard line.
Throw it, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Mariota. That one finds Pierce right side. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Guys, what are you doing?
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Now Mariota. A short one there, caught by Ward. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Colts.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to Taylor on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Colts, first down.
They'll run here with Taylor. And a short pickup there, now about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Mariota. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Mariota sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here at 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Strong loses it on the hit. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
Again, it's Taylor. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and goal at the 1.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump
Neutral zone
here.
infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Taylor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
To throw, Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football count.
You're so litigious.
2nd and 10.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to move forward and protect the ball. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
The 25-yard line.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.